Hey guys, Sean, Matt, and Dan here from McGrath Estate Agents in Ballarat. We thought we'd come to you again now. More so than ever, we're probably getting asked at the moment, what is the market like and what are you seeing? So we thought we'd jump on, have a bit of a chat about that. We've also got a couple of other things that we wanted to float past you. First thing of all that we wanted to bring though was the new method for sale that we're about to bring to Ballarat. Called open negotiation. So Dan's already got a property listed with another one coming next week, and I've got one coming on next week. But Dan, if you could just tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, sure. So we've broken new ground this month. We've introduced open negotiation to the Ballarat marketplace. For those of you who aren't familiar with the open negotiation process, effectively it's an online auction. It's a flexible terms online auction where buyers are able to bid with conditions in their offer, and that's where it differentiates from a traditional auction of a property that you would see in the open air on a Saturday. When you turn up to an auction, a public auction, you would be expected to come with your checkbook in hand, ready to pay a 10% deposit on the day, and you would bid unconditionally. The difference with open negotiation is that you can have your terms pre-approved by the vendor and proceed from there. So it works for both the buyers. Obviously, it gives everybody an opportunity to satisfy themselves that they've had every chance to buy that property. There's no if buts and maybes. The only person at the end of the day that you've got to blame if you miss out is yourself. You will know it will be fully disclosed where the next best offer is. So at the end of the day, if you're not the highest bidder, you won't win. And it works for the vendors, obviously, because when we put properties to competition, we end up getting the best possible price, and that's exactly what open negotiation is designed for. So.
Yeah, it just gives transparency to everybody, doesn't it? Like there's, the buyers at any given time can see the highest offer, so can the agent, so can the vendor, so everybody knows exactly where it's at, and they can just have a crack at it, which is great. And if there's some educational videos on there too, if you jump on the McGrath Ballarat Facebook page, have a flick through, scroll down, you'll find some open negotiation videos on there of how it works for buyers and sellers. So
we'll just reach out to any of us as well. We've all we're the only 6 open negotiation accredited agents in Ballarat at the moment. So if any of our sales agents will be able to fill you in on what's available.
Yeah, and I suppose moving on from that, we just want to talk about the support local that we've been running through the Facebook page. There's been obviously a huge response to that Easter competition we had a few weeks ago, and a lot of great businesses around Ballarat that were mentioned in there, and stacks of people that liked and shared it and spread it around. So thanks for everybody doing that. As a continuation of that, we've gone and reached out to a lot of those businesses just to let everybody know who's open during the moment and at what level of business they're conducting, and obviously those that aren't, that they will be back. And so again, if you jump on the McGrath Facebook page, you'll start to see each day a couple of these roll out. It'll be on our newsletter this week. If you want to subscribe to that, just let us know. But some awesome businesses on there, and we appreciate everybody so far that's been liking and sharing those posts, because that's what we've got to do. We've got to support each other, support local business first and foremost, and the response has been huge. There's thousands of people seeing those posts at the moment, and obviously the people who run those businesses have been very appreciative, but so have we for everyone who's spread it around. So thanks for that.
And not just the posts, it's just been incredible as a Ballarat person to watch and see how everyone's got behind it at the moment. I think it's where the local small town community really shines through, and you see everybody here wanting to support each other. And I'm pretty excited to see once we get through the other end of this to how many people are going to be out for meals and dinner and shopping locally instead of shopping online or going to Melbourne to shop. How many of these little small businesses and these small retail shops will get a lot of love.
Yeah, definitely. And just moving on to what we touched on at the start, as far as the question that we're getting, everybody keeps on saying what's actually happening real estate wise, what's happening in the market. You can listen to the media, there's all kinds of different reports, so it can be quite confusing. But month of May, we're in that now. We're day 6 as far as what's happening on the ground. In the last first 6 days, there's 5 properties that have already gone to contract.
That's off the back of a huge April as well. So
April,
we had a great April where we sold 19 in the last 3 weeks of April as well. I think probably for mine, it was a lot of uncertainty in those first few weeks of COVID when it first came out. A lot of people were, is this the right time to buy? A lot of buyers that probably thought, let's hold and wait until the market bottoms out. And we certainly didn't sort of notice that. And as soon as they sort of started to announce that the curve was flattening and maybe these measures were working, confidence just shot through the roof. There was a lot of people that just thought now maybe is the time to buy. Maybe that's the best we're going to see as far as the bottom of a market, is that there's just less competition.
I've felt that it's probably more so in the last fortnight, where there's just been activities going through the roof. There's multiple people that are just inquiring on each property, and there's one-on-one inspections just about every day for different places. There's offers flying around, so that confidence is certainly back, I reckon, and it's just that regional confidence is quite strong. We can't speak
New
for what's
South
happening
Wales
in
this
capital.
week have just announced that open homes are back on and public auctions are back on. So obviously, in turn, Victoria, we hope, will follow suit pretty quickly, and we'll get back to doing the nitty gritty, the things that we love. So
yeah. No, I think there's a lot to be taken out of it. There's people who've still got to move around for different reasons. For that amount of properties to have gone under contract in April, and it's already looking like it's going to be a massive May, that people are confident that real estate is where to put your money and that sort of thing. It's good to see. That people aren't just sitting on their hands, and New South Wales are easing up. Hopefully, like Dan said, we're not far behind. So a bit to look forward to there. But obviously, at any given time, if people aren't sure of what's happening in the market, pick up the phone, flick us an email, send us a message on Facebook, whatever it is, just get in touch, and we're happy.
Another little point too, though, Matty, about those sales. Look, everyone sort of seems to think, well, your real estate agency, sort of course, you're going to bang on that the market's going well. But an interesting stat there, and Dan put it out there in a post a couple of weeks ago or a week ago when we had tallied up all those stats, was that the asking price versus the sale price on all these properties was actually bang on as well. When we combined them all together and worked it out, yes, some of them may have been slightly under, but some of them may be slightly over, but on average, they were right on asking price all the way through, which sort of brings us to the fact that the prices are holding steady right the way through. Yes, we acknowledge that it perhaps has taken a bit of a hit in some of the capitals, and around Australia in different spots have certainly corrected backwards a little bit, but we haven't noticed it in Ballarat. For the market to fall in Ballarat, we need a complete flip of what we've got at the moment. The simple supply and demand sort of method says that we need to have more homes than there are buyers, and at the moment we've got the opposite, but we need more homes than there are buyers, and we need the people that are going to sell those homes to be in financial difficulty and accept the low offers when they come in. And at the moment, we haven't got any of that happening. We've got more buyers than there are homes hitting the market. So I guess it makes it easy for us to give the advice that I think now is probably not a bad time to go on the market either. We're looking, a lot of people are unsure, is this a bad time? Now's probably a good time. There's less competition on. There's a lot less homes in the market, but we've certainly got plenty of buyers that are still looking to get in.
And I think certainly been a time, I think, where the best agents have stood out from the rest, and I think that's been really evident over the course of the last month. Has there ever been a time when you need a better negotiator on the job for you when you're selling your house? At the minute, we can't just rely on open homes to generate activity, which in turn creates competition, which in turn creates price. You need a really good negotiator on board who's going to grind it out and make sure that they get every last dime out of it. And we don't have the traditional tools in our toolkit at the minute to be able to do that. So, yeah.
I think it just needs to be pointed out that we are incredibly grateful for everybody that's supported us, particularly the entire business, not just in sales, but in property management as well. We've seen good growth there again in April with a dozen or so new landlords coming on board and entrusting us with their investments. And but also just in the past 12 months, we've actually, in saying that, recapping on the April stats, April was the best month since opening the doors back early last year, and also we were lucky enough to take out first spot for listings and for sales in the McGrath Victoria network out of all the offices. So obviously that can't be done without incredible support and word of mouth and referrals. So thank you to everybody that has entrusted us both with their rental properties and with their sales. It is very much appreciated.
Absolutely.
And big thanks to our team as well.
Yeah, work pays off. Yeah. No worries. Well, that's it for us. We'll be back again shortly with another update, but thanks for watching, and if you need us, give us a call.
Cheers, guys.